Hello and welcome to Artful Encounters. My name is Shay Thornton-Kula and I'm with the Center for Performing Arts Medicine. Today we're going to take a couple moments to learn about the artwork behind me, The Arms of Christ by artist Bruce Hayes. This piece has adorned Houston Methodist walls since 1963, and we're going to focus on learning about the figures and the history behind it. Although you may notice that we're filming at Houston Methodist Hospital location in the Bush Atrium, there's a replica of this art piece at all of our Houston Methodist Hospital locations. I encourage you to take a moment and maybe view it for yourself in person. Now, this mosaic makes a massive statement, not only with its scale comprising of 1.5 million glass tiles and spanning 98 feet in width and 16 feet in height, but also with its profound message. Created by artist Bruce Hayes, it features the outstretched arms of Jesus Christ, flanked by the history of medicine. Starting from the left, we see Hippocrates, often regarded as the father of modern medicine for his systematic approach to clinical practice. He emphasized careful observation and documentation of symptoms and disease. You may know him from authoring the Hippocratic Corpus, a collection of texts that laid the foundation for medical ethics and practice still in use today, including the famous oath. His work shifted medicine from the reliance on superstition and religious explanations to a more rational and scientific methodology. Next is Galen, the father of systematic medicine. He was the first physician to use the pulse as a sign of illness. Born in Pergamum and later moving to Rome, Galen became a respected doctor. He even served as the personal physician to 3 Roman emperors. Moving on a little bit, you'll see a character I think all of us will recognize. Florence Nightingale, known as the founder of modern nursing, is also featured. She was born in 1820 and she was devoted to serving others and revolutionizing nursing care. She was the second daughter of a prominent and wealthy British family, and growing up, it became very clear that Florence was devoted to serving others. As a teenager, she would spend time helping the sick and poor in the village near her family estate, and she truly began to believe that nursing was her calling. In 1844, she announced her decision to work as a nurse, which, due to her family's social standing, her parents forbade and did not approve of her pursuing. Lucky for us, she didn't listen. Florence Nightingale is best known for leading a group of 38 nurses to care for British soldiers wounded in the Crimean War in 1854. When Nightingale and her nurses arrived at the military hospital, they were shocked at the terrible conditions. They immediately started to clean every room, and Nightingale told her nurses to wash their hands often. Her focus on cleaning and washing hands improved conditions, and thanks to her, we now know it's one of the best ways to stop the spread of disease. To see her patients during the darkest of nights, Nightingale carried a lamp as she walked among their beds. After that, she became known, and here represented, as the Lady with the Lamp. In the center of the mosaic is Jesus Christ, depicted with his arms outstretched. Looking closely, what do you notice about his position, the body language, the use of colors? His figure is quite literally larger than life, and larger than the figures around him too. The location and scale both draw your attention to him as a figure of importance in the mosaic. Moving towards the right side now, we see the progression of medical advancements up through the mid-20th century. I'd like to pause here and almost imagine how would this mosaic might look if Bruce Hayes was creating it today. Would it feature modern technologies like robotic surgery? And then what would it look like if Hayes was creating it 100 years from now? What do we not even know yet that will be part of this mosaic? The mosaic has a rich history. Originally created in Florence, Italy, it was first installed above Houston Methodist Hospital's main tower entrance in 1963. You'll see that in the far, far corner. It was moved in 2017 to its current location, but this relocation process was not easy. It involved meticulously cutting the mosaic into 93 pieces, going in, cleaning, restoring, and replacing the missing pieces of the tile. It had been up for over 50 years. However, the original documents detailing which stones were used and all of those important factors were lost in storm damage due to Tropical Storm Allison in 1991. So a team had to painstakingly go through the tiles and find matching pieces to fill in the gaps. You can still see the lines of the cuts if you look very closely. Now, the story of this mosaic's recreation and its new life is touching. I like to reflect on what the 1.5 million tiles represent. The individuals within our walls, our individual stories, the decisions we make each and every day, and the endless possibilities for the future. Thank you so much for joining today's Artful Encounters. I hope you were inspired or intrigued by the arms of Christ, and take a moment to consider it. On behalf of the Center for Performing Arts Medicine, I'm Shay Thornton Kula, and thank you so much.